This reminds me of like the troll leather that you see in the Fendi Spy bag. We all thought it was being discontinued, and then bam, they bring out like 10 million Neverfulls. Oh, guys, get out your knitting needles. You gotta start making bag charms. What is this weird knitted bag charm? Is that like a cat? What is that? Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and just wanted to do an overview of some of the latest bags that are going to be seen really soon. And if you're interested in any of these bags, you might want to reach out to your essay or something like that. I don't know if, to be honest, I don't think it's necessary to pre-order these days when it comes to luxury. There are less people buying luxury, so I don't know if the hype is there anymore, but if you wanted to be ahead of the trends, well, this is what is trending currently, guys. And I think the menswear collections, they definitely have gained a lot more popularity with women as well. I think they've definitely emphasized more on releasing more men's bags and created some really funky designs. And a lot of these bags, I could definitely see women wanting to buy as well. So I talked about the Gucci Men's 2025, I think it was Resort collection just recently, and how it seemed very Y2K vibe, surf brand inspired in a way, but also I talked about blobjects and how there was an aesthetic where like MacBooks looked a certain way and some other technology like Game Boys, and I feel like this collection reminds me of that aesthetic. So there's these very blob looking bags in this patent leather. They're very rounded and they have debossed into it Gucci, a cylinder bag, a rectangle bag, and then this very interesting vanity case with other pouches stuck to it, and they're all in these block colors. I feel like it's the complete different vibe of what Alessandro Michele brought to Gucci, which was a little bit more of like almost a 60s, 70s vibe. This is more of like a Y2K vibe, which I don't know if it's too soon to go back to that, because I know a lot of millennials, or if you're older, we don't really want to revisit Y2K, although I do love a lot of elements of Y2K. I don't know how I feel about this, guys. Let me know what you think about these kinds of bags in the patent leather and the puffiness. Now there is a, what is this bag called? It's kind of like the Gucci Jackie clasp, but it's done in a more rectangular shape. This is a pretty simple, easy bag, and it comes in these beautiful colors. I do like all the colors, the lilac, the green, the red, the black, gorgeous. Do I think it will sell out? I think that the design, it's not like unique enough for people to go crazy for it, but I do think that this would be a pretty versatile, easy bag. And then again, they've got these like vanity bags with all these like things stuck to it, which is so random. I mean, we had the multi-pochette from Louis Vuitton a few years back, but this is kind of taken on a different level. Looks like it has like an AirPods case and then like a glasses case stuck to the side. Very interesting. And then the other cylinder bag literally just looks like a pencil case. And then these blob bags, yeah, let me know what you think of this, guys. It's really no branding. It's just a puffy pouch, which I thought we were kind of done with the puffy pouches, but this reminds me of like an inflatable couch that you would get like late 90s, early 2000s. I can't quite remember the exact years, but yeah, it's giving me throwback vibes, and especially with the purple one with the little fabric case stuck to it. That reminds me of like a Game Boy case or some sort of like Walkman case. It's just very interesting. A bucket bag with the debossed Gucci again, and these slouchy, yeah, I just don't know. I think they're trying to make this like puff bag the it bag, but I really don't know. I really don't think it's going to be like that popular. Like just looking at it, it looks kind of cool, but I just don't think so, guys. Then for Dior men's, there was a lot of big travel bags spotted on the runway. You know, a lot of them say Dior for my real friends. Okay, and then they have some interesting studding on this big tote bag. The suede tote bag here with a scarf hanging out, and then a tote bag with pockets. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, these do kind of remind me of like like a big Birkin or like a big HAC, just because of that sangle element around the top, and like the scarf element, and even like the cargo pocket kind of reminds me of like cargo Birkin. But I think I'm just like really into Hermes, so I always think like, are they inspired by Hermes here? Let me know what you think. And yeah, at the same time, they've really dialed down the look of the saddlebag, and they've removed some of the obvious branding, and they've kind of just made it a lot more smooth looking, right? And just has a small Dior there in neutral colors. I do enjoy this little dog bag charm at the side, and if you want a more funky Dior saddle for men, there is a studded version as well with the dog and flowers. Again, there's the big tote bag in crocodile, which seems to be very much trending, crocodile leather. And then these little vanity cases, it's very similar actually to the Gucci. They were holding like little men's vanity cases as well. So I don't know if this is like a trend to carry around like a little boxy bag. These bags, which are just crossbody messenger bags. And again, there's a bag charm trend happening. You've got a bit of a mini, I think it could be a mini saddle bag, and then a little crochet knitted thing at the side. Oh, guys, get out your knitting needles. You got to start making bag charms. Maybe I should do that. And then just, yeah, it's very Dior to get a crocheted or like a little knitted bag charm and put it on your bag. Oh, even some micro, wow, they're really cute. Some like little micro saddle bags. What do you think of these guys? I think even girls could get into it, but they look, yeah, they've taken away a lot of the elements of the saddle, like the dangling D, and they've just streamlined it quite a bit, and they've added bag charms. What is this weird knitted bag charm? Is that like a cat? What is that? Anyway, I love it, but I probably wouldn't pay Dior price for it, but interesting. And then on the complete opposite spectrum, we've got Louis Vuitton, Pharrell for Louis Vuitton. Some of these pieces, like, I love craziness, but some of these pieces I find a little bit, like, not my cup of tea. Like, it's not, like, cutesy enough. It's a bit too, like, loud. I'm not a huge fan of this. I love Murakami multicolor, but I'm not a huge fan of this kind of, like, rainbow damier. I just don't think it looks that good, but if you're into it, guys, let me know. This new canvas from Louis Vuitton, so they're releasing it in, you know, all the classics, the Keepall, this new shopping tote bag, the Danube or whatever it's called. And then they also have a blue and green damier print. So if you collect, I know a lot of people collect like all the different canvases. You might want to pick up an SLG from one of these from the Pharrell collection. I don't think this is the prettiest canvas Louis Vuitton has done, but each to their own. What I did find really interesting was this black leather combination with the So Black hardware and the really smushy leather. I quite like how Louis Vuitton is really emphasizing on the smushy leather. Apparently it is amazing to touch, although it does cost a pretty penny. There's a P9 Speedy in black with black hardware, and then these like hobo bag styles, I forgot what they're called, and then a more soft trunk case. Again, it's kind of like a vanity style. A lot of guys are wearing these like little boxy bags at the moment. And this Alma with the big, so it's very much about like big work bags, like oversized duffels. And check out this Speedy, guys, with the shadow element to it, the debossed clochette and the little thingy hanging down. It definitely, I'm going to say it, guys, it's definitely inspired by the Shadow Birkin from Hermes. So I don't know why they would so obviously reference that. Maybe they're just, you know, they think, oh, you know, if you can't get a Shadow Birkin, just go for the Speedy version. But I just think it makes them look like they're looking up to Hermes where they shouldn't be. They should be creating their own idea, right? So yeah, anyway, let me know what you think about that. Are you into this like Shadow Speedy? Because yeah, that's an idea that they didn't really think of, to be honest. Although I know that these brands are always copying each other. I'm sure Hermes copies Louis Vuitton sometimes as well. And then there are these bags that look like canvas, but they're actually leather. So it's a new brown leather. And yes, it looks like canvas, but it's very smushy, and I assume it would age like leather. So they're bringing it out in the steamer bag, which is like the first bag ever designed by Louis Vuitton, a backpack with a personalization element, and then I'm gonna say like the trunk bag, like the little thing in the soft, it looks a bit goofy, but it's also kind of cool. It's a cool idea. Do I prefer this soft look compared to a literal like hard-sided piece? I think the hard-sided piece looks much better, but I assume for traveling, the hard-sided piece is not practical, you know, to carry around an actual trunk. So he's modernizing it a bit by making it in a soft leather, but it doesn't really have the same like cool effect. But anyways, I guess this is more wearable than a literal hard-sided trunk. And if you do love the smushy leather, you can get it in like heaps of bags. There's going to be like heaps of mini bags, like the Danube, little clutch bags, like heaps and heaps of bags from the men's collection. So I'd be interesting to see if a lot of people gravitate more towards this leather looking, or this canvas looking leather, as opposed to like the traditional monogram canvas, because I assume it's going to be a lot more expensive compared to monogram canvas as well, and perhaps people will just prefer the feel of the leather. And the good thing about some of these bags is that they have personalization elements to them, so you can actually put your name at the front of the bag, which is a pretty cool little thing there. Then the P9 Speedy. Oh, and then also in the soft leather, I'll just go back, there's like a Neverfull kind of looking bag. I don't know if, is this a Neverfull, guys? A Neverfull in the smushy leather as well. So Louis Vuitton are going crazy with the Neverfull. We all thought it was being discontinued, and then bam, they bring out like 10 million Neverfulls at once. I mean, there's the reversible one, and now in the men's collection, they're doing a full-on leather one with like dangles hanging off it. So the Neverfull is here to stay, but maybe in not the Neverfull we know. They're just reinventing the Neverfull times 10 at the moment. If you love the P9 Speedy, there is going to be a pastel pink one, a neon green, a yellow, and then a crocodile one, which is very bougie, and a pastel orange one. And as I said before, there's the black on black hardware. From Prada, they're actually doing some bigger bags as well, so big duffel bags, but they're bringing them out in these like really vibrant suede variations. So I have noticed suede is trending more lately, but I think of like brown or black, but they're releasing these like very vivid looking suede colors, which is so gorgeous. I don't know if they're suede or velvet, but I'm going to assume it's suede. And this little like purple bag with the neon zips, I actually think it's quite cool. It looks like one of those like one shoulder backpack styles. And yeah, I haven't seen that style come into fashion for a while. Again, it's kind of like that Y2K vibe. And then, yeah, some more like duffel bags, which I know that at Miu Miu, the Arcadia bag was super trending. So I guess this is like another men's duffel bag that you could go for, that you could deck out with bag charms. And the velvet or the suede variations are really interesting to look at. You've got the brown suede, the yellow suede, and the black. They're just very practical looking bags. And I know that there's a bit more emphasis with Miu Miu and Prada on the distressed leather, like having that like dirty look leather, which I think feeds into the current trends of being a bit more carefree, really using your bags. It's a bit of a rebellion against maybe the last few years where we were like really babying our bags. Everyone is sick of that. They just want to use and abuse their bags. So this distressed leather is very much trending, and you're seeing it in a few different silhouettes. Yeah, what do you think about that little shoulder bag thing, guys, with the contrasting zips? I actually think the contrasting zip thing is a pretty cool idea. Again, with the distressed leather. And then, oh, I just wanted to mention, guys, look at this duffel bag with like this really heavy grained leather. This reminds me of like the troll leather that you see in the Fendi Spy bag. It just is such a heavy grain. I assume it's like a bull hide leather or something, but I feel like, honestly, Fendi, if you're listening, you should reissue your Fendi Spy, because I feel like this is the perfect time to reissue a Fendi Spy, because that whole like cutesy bag thing is fading, and everyone is like making their bags look silly. They're putting bag charms on them. They're wearing these really distressed bags, throwing their bags around, and this is the time to bring out the troll leather. So Fendi, if you're going to reissue your Spy bag, you should do it now. Like, honestly, I did pick up a pre-loved Fendi Spy, and I feel like the shape of it, the bowling bag shape, the weird texture here, the bag charm section for it, it's very trending. So I feel like if Fendi reissued like some really heavy grained Spy bags, or even brought them out in like, you know, like a suede or something, it would be quite cool. And I know that Fendi at the moment, I don't know, a lot of people are saying that John Galliano is going to be the new designer. I'm like, I'm not sure. But then there's also rumors that John Galliano is going to Chanel. I wonder what he would do with Fendi though. But if he does go to Fendi, would he reissue the Spy bag? Maybe he wouldn't. He'd probably create a new it bag. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up now, because now I'm just talking about something else. But thanks for watching my video today, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!